The Chicago Bears have a new offensive coordinator, and I know fans will say, the guy who was the Panthers' offensive coordinator last year, and I get it, but this is actually a young coach with upside here, and there is reason to be excited that things could turn around on offense for the Bears. Now, I'm not going to go overboard here, but I do think we should at least get to know our new play caller on offense, the guy who is now in control of developing Caleb Williams the rest of this season. Thomas Brown, with the help of Kerry Joseph, will be running things on offense. So, who is Thomas Brown? Let's go ahead and get right into it. Brown was a running back that went to college at Georgia, even winning an SEC championship with them in 2005. He went on to get drafted in the sixth round by the Falcons after finishing his career as Georgia's fifth all-time leading rusher at the time. He got his coaching career started just a few years later back at Georgia in 2011. He then coached running backs at Tennessee Chattanooga in 2012 and for Marshall in 2013. Then he went to Wisconsin and coached Melvin Gordon for a season before returning to his alma mater at Georgia. It was here he coached Nick Chubb before moving on and becoming Miami's offensive coordinator for 3 seasons from 2016 to 2018. This is where Brown got 3 years of play calling experience. He had some success and players reportedly loved him. After his 3 seasons in Miami, he coached running backs for one more year at South Carolina before moving on to the NFL. He would join the Rams and coach Todd Gurley and work with running backs and tight ends underneath Sean McVay. There they developed a close friendship, and McVay thought highly enough of him to promote Thomas Brown to be assistant head coach. He would stay there and win a Super Bowl with the Rams before moving on to help Carolina develop Bryce Young last year. The problem in Carolina was they had too many cooks in the kitchen and not enough talent on that offense. Frank Wright was the play caller, but they also had Josh McCown as a QB coach and Thomas Brown. Brown would take over mid-season for Frank Wright and actually spark that offense. He was the play caller for their first win and their highest scoring game of the season last year. In the offseason, he interviewed for our offensive coordinator position before agreeing to join the team as the passing game coordinator. So this is a guy with experience in the passing game and in Sean McVay's offense, as well as a ton of experience as a running backs coach, and he was a running back himself. Overall, Brown is an up-and-coming young football mind who has experience calling plays in college and in the NFL. He's also spent years working with the QB collective and is a guy that is highly viewed by players and coaches around the league. He was rated one of the top young coaching minds in the league in a recent poll. I think we can be excited by this move. Clearly, Shane Waldron did not work out, and Brown was quoted saying, "You can't be scared to throw the football and take chances," when talking about being overly cautious developing a quarterback. And I think Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron were both way too conservative. I expect Brown to open things up a bit and maybe even establish the run early in games. Initially, I wasn't too fond of the Bears firing Waldron. I thought, why not let Thomas Brown be the play caller and you could still keep Waldron around? But at the same time, I also kind of get the feeling that Waldron just isn't a good leader. From what I've seen, maybe he just wasn't the guy to lead this offense. There are reports he's shaky and timid, and I just kind of want to see what Thomas Brown can do. Getting rid of Waldron altogether might have been the only way to move forward. So I am actually a bit excited about this move. Yes, he only called plays in the NFL for half a season with Bryce Young, but he's an energetic young coach that is thought highly of throughout the NFL. He's a leader and a guy that I think can help get this offense going. It might be too late to turn this season around, but right now we need to see some positives from this offense, and we need to develop our franchise quarterback. Letting him get sacked 9 times in a game is not how we get that done. Let's see what Thomas Brown can do. I'm not expecting an overnight miracle or anything, but I do want to see a functional offense on Sunday against Green Bay. Can Thomas Brown get that done? We'll find out soon, but let me know how you guys are feeling. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on Thomas Brown, let you know how I was feeling, and give you some background on this guy. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned. I have a ton more content on the way. And until next time, Bear down.